You can't use Pog anymore. He's a racist.
Yeah, but they changed who it was.
They changed who it was. PogChamp lives on.
Yeah. Also,
And
I don't care if the people behind the content I like are racists.
Really?
That's why I still play Strauss.
Anyways, last time on D&D, you guys made your way to Flamekeep, or I think Firehouse or something, as Passy called it.
Firehouse.
Yes, indeed. You parked outside of Flamekeep with Stefan still at the helm of your skyboat, and you made your way into town. You encountered quite a few of the excuse me, my brain is all fuzzy right now. You saw the giant cathedral in the center of Flamekeep, which you've heard houses the Silver Flame itself, which holds back the fiends from their realm. You met in the largest pub in town to speak with Anton, who has just left you bags of gold and has left the room. And I believe there was a surgery about to be performed.
I'm
Yes.
gonna add bones to this man.
Correct.
Yes.
And I was trying to make anhydrous alcohol from the gigantic quantity of ale.
Correct. I believe you already rolled for that, and I said it would take some time, but that would be prepared after a short bit. So we'll assume you have made a bit of alcohol useful in a pinch. Also, why did Passy end up over there and not over here?
So I'll add a vial of alcohol,
There we go.
if that's okay.
Sure.
That's some vile alcohol.
Yeah. I don't know if I have permission to add items to my sheet.
Should. If you don't, I will fix that.
How would you?
If you're in your inventory, there is a lock symbol in the top right corner. If you unlock that, then you can add stuff.
There we go. Thank you.
Yep. That is also to prevent you from accidentally deleting things.
Yep.
Give me your leg.
I'm really not so sure, Passy. I think it'll heal on its own. In fact, it already feels a lot better than it did earlier. Also, I don't think you sanitized those bones.
Not yet, I guess.
Perhaps sanitize them before you try to put them inside of me?
I have a way we can do that.
Are you gonna do just the one or both of them for the sake of balance and symmetry?
One at a time.
So both.
So, like one, and then in a couple of minutes the other? Or one in 15 years and the other never?
You won't die, 'cause I can fix you.
But will you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's remarkably surprising.
Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna give you new bones.
Oh, well, isn't that a great reason to wake up? Well, who wants to party like there's no tomorrow?
I would very much like to do that.
Hello, waiter. I don't believe we paid our tab yet.
No, I believe the man you were with, Anton, has agreed to pay your tab already.
Oh, of course, yes.
Not for drinks, though, I believe he said.
Not for drinks, yes. Another one of those for me, I'll sign.
Oh, yes.
There's enough here.
Coming right up.
Couldn't you just share?
Not.
I mean, you could just drop a straw in this one. I'm fine with that.
I'm going to need my own if we're going to do this.
I
I'll just,
I don't remember what Garfield got, but they bring you another of those.
It was
No,
a
no, no,
barrel.
no, the barrel.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. You were gesturing at the
Stuff
barrel.
signature.
You
Yes.
you want another of those, but you haven't finished this one.
That one's not mine. Do you want me to finish it first?
I mean, I'll go get the... Okay. Comes back with a legal document for you to sign.
Signature. Whatever the shit that looks like.
Kind of with pursed lips, tucks the note back in his apron and walks back out. And a little bit later, you guys hear the thump, thump, thump of a dolly being pulled backwards up the staircase with a barrel on it, which he wheels over to you and sets down next to the table. Pulls out a crowbar and pops it open in front of you and says, "I do hope you enjoy."
Thank you. Me too. Without breaking eye contact with Passy, it's going to start drinking very quickly.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
At this point, whoops! I'm still freaking Leroy. Snafu, Garfield. Oh, hey, these character sheets look different.
Yes.
Do they? Yeah.
The character sheet thing I was using updated, and I like these.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's very nice.
Constitution. Oh, it's a saving throw. It's not a skill.
Okay. The barrel is very deep, but you manage to just take a mug after mug and just drain it. And you definitely see the level of it drop a good bit. You don't finish it before you start to feel a bit tipsy and then very drunk very quickly.
Passy, you've got... I'm not sure how long, but if you're going to do this, you should do it now. Next
do
month.
Put your leg on the table and give me the steak
Oh
knife.
god.
Are there a lot of
I-
locations
I have
here?
a better knife passing.
Attempt to do this, and I mean, I can try and make an acrobatics check.
You're gonna do try to put your leg on the table?
Yeah.
Sure, make an acrobatics check. Not at disadvantage, because I normally wouldn't call for this, but since you're drunk, sure. You lift your leg up and just slam it into the side of the table, and everything on the table spills over.
My bones.
Yeah, the bones go clattering to the floor.
Second roll.
All right. I pick up my leg and flop it on the table.
Okay, now hold him
You're
down.
worst. Oh, someone else.
At this point, the waiter comes back and, seeing you hold a knife towards the leg, says, "Is that really necessary to do here in the restaurant with all the other customers?"
I have more paperwork I can sign.
That's not what I meant. Listen, we can't
It's
control
there.
what you do in your rooms, but please do not disturb the other guests while they're trying to eat.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Okay.
if you want to bring my drinks to the room and a table,
Very well.
it's up to you.
Well, if it were up to me, there would be a lot of things I would do differently tonight, but it's not, so I'll bring your drink up to your room.
And us. And the table.
And there are tables in your room, sir.
Pastor, you need a table, right?
I can do it on the floor.
Oh, we don't need a table. Just us. The drink.
Now, did you already arrange for a room here, or do you need one?
Yeah, we
Yes.
did. Passy, we did that, right?
Mhm.
We require one room, yes.
Yeah.
What is the reservation
I think-
under, and are you all staying in one room?
I think it was Anthony.
Anthony.
Said he'd pay. And
Tony.
Anthony Tony. Yes, I'll have a name under Anthony Tony. And are you all staying in one room then?
Yes, one room.
yeah.
Very well. That'll be 8 gold pieces for the room for the night.
I'll whip out the gold. I think about actually whipping it, but I just
I think
give it
you're
over.
still playing Laverna.
I was going to say, this is Chug. He has a history of whipping coins at people, so I wasn't sure.
How
He
many
thinks
eyes
better
does
of
he
it.
have?
He eloquently and dramatically hands the coins over, twitching his mustache.
Yes,
How
the
many
waiter just
eyes
holds
do
a
you
hand out, and
have?
you have all these flourishes and the motion before you finally put the coins in his hand. He just sighs. Follow me. Leads you up a staircase on the other end of the room, down a hall, and into the last door on the right, which is a very large room with 4 beds. There's a table in the middle, and it has its own attached bathroom with plumbing.
Ooh.
Did they deliver our drinks?
I will be right back with your drinks.
Much appreciated.
It's going to take me a few trips. And he kind of gives you a short, curt bow and then turns and leaves the room.
Chug is gonna flop down on the coziest looking bed.
Okay. They all look identical, so the closest one is largest in his field of vision, therefore the coziest.
Excellent logic. I can't deny any of that.
Rex.
I drop a pile of poultry bones on the table. These are gonna be in you.
Oh, I mean, oh. So, yeah.
I'm gonna put my tinker's tools on the
I'd
table
s-
next to the chicken bones and tell Passy to do whatever she needs.
I'm
Neat.
very delicately, like, placing myself down on the ground, sat up with my back to a bed.
If you need help, onto the table.
This is still the table.
It's okay, the
Yeah.
floor works.
I'll reach up towards. I've forgotten Stephanie's character's name.
Squid.
Squid, yes. Accept whatever help.
Well,
Would you like to be more
Better be
unconscious with this?
Superman. More?
maybe you should drink a little bit more.
We could also manually make you unconscious.
I start cutting.
No, not yet.
Excuse me. Garfield, make me a constitution saving throw to just resist this pain. Garfield,
That was a
Gonna pass straight out.
Garfield immediately reaches forward and starts clutching at the leg that is being cut into and trying to not make it stop, but he's just gritting his teeth and groaning and holding at the leg.
I have to get down to the bone.
I'm gonna jump on him and try to hold him.
Okay. Opposed athletics
Opposed athletics.
at disadvantage from Garfield.
Alright.
3.
Athletics. 9.
Squid tries to pull Garfield away from his leg, but he's unmoving. He is gripping that leg.
I'm going to inject him with enough
unfortunately
alcohol to
strong.
make him pass out.
Did you inject?
Inject the alcohol.
Oh boy. Eric, you might be rolling a new character.
It'll be fine.
Passy can cure disease at the last first moment.
Yeah, but can she cure embolism?
Yes,
supposed to
it's
find
called
out.
lesser restoration.
Oh boy. Okay, Garfield, make me a constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Would you like a medicine check?
Oh, Lord.
Sure, medicine check to
This
see
is
if your stabbing is not very good. You just kind of pick a point in his arm and say, "Yeah, it looks good enough. Just stab."
No. Yeah, so that's a 7.
I'd use my quill pen because I don't have a
Oh no! So yeah, Garfield, you are very poisoned. I'm gonna have you take a lot of poison damage from that.
Yeah,
We'll
that
see how
makes
you
sense.
turn out.
But is
It's
he
going right to
unconscious
my
though?
heart.
You take 20 points of poison damage and pass out.
Oof.
All right. I'm fine. I'm
He
still
is
alive.
still, yes, there is still
worry
blood
about it.
gushing out of his leg. Speaking of which, take, Passy, what's your dexterity score? Or strength.
14.
Okay, you take 4 points of piercing damage while Passy does the initial cuts. And there's just blood running down your leg onto the floor as you pass out. And you could tell he's still living because there's still blood like occasionally spurting out of the leg.
It's fine, I can fix it.
This is
So
a
I'm gonna
passive
roll for
thing.
surgery.
Okay. I would say surgery is an intelligence check. So do
Sure,
wisdom.
it's not medicine.
Well, it would be medicine proficiency plus intelligence. So just if you're proficient in medicine and then intelligence. Whereas
Plus
a medicine
8,
check is generally a like, let's quickly patch you up. That's why it's wisdom, like assessing the problem.
Do I have advantage from this guy who's helping me?
God. Garfield, you may not die, but you may lose a limb. No, you do not have advantage.
So much better.
Well, that's fine. I have a +8. That's at least a 13. And I haven't rolled for guidance. 15.
15. Okay. So
To
you
install an endoskeleton.
yes, now that Garfield is passed out, you continue dragging the dagger down, and then you place a couple bones inside.
So, my plan is to smash his bone and their bone, and then use healing magic to fuse it together
Oh,
so he gets
God.
bigger bones.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say, Garfield, make me a death saving throw.
He's fine.
That is one fail.
Fine.
So, Garfield is just bleeding out. The squirts of blood are just getting weaker and weaker.
Hang on. There we go.
Oh, look at that. You can just click it. I didn't mean to do that.
It's fine. You had one failure. You got cured. We'll say the poison is still keeping you unconscious, so you don't just wake up in the middle of surgery. But you are no longer dying for the moment, at least. We'll say
I can
put
do
you at
this like
8 hit.
10 more times.
Put yourself at 8 hit points total, Garfield. Okay.
I'm there.
So you smash. That is you smashing his leg bone. Then you place some chicken bones in there, and you cast Cure Wounds. Go ahead and cast that.
No, for fusing it together, I'm going to use my channel divinity.
I'm sure your god's very happy with this whole situation.
I don't know who my god is. Where?
Ah, yes. The cleric who just
Um,
kinda exists.
Yeah, my holy symbol is blank. Where is my channel divinity right now? Here it is.
It's for Garfield if he needs it.
Squid just starts singing and dancing over Garfield's body while it's bleeding out. He feels inspired in his dreams.
I'm helping.
Which, speaking of which,
One.
Garfield, in your dreams, you are running down a street that is just filled with caltrops. Just constantly spiking your feet. You're barefoot, just like that is your whole dream, because the pain in your leg at the moment is traveling into your dream.
He's fine.
Preserve life. 25 hit points. Okay, so go ahead and add 25 hit points, Garfield.
Let's see.
Up
to half,
to
my
half your
max.
max.
Yeah, me. 220. Now I'm really thriving.
5 times your cleric level. My cleric level raised, so it's actually 30.
Nice.
Yeah, but half my hit point max is 20, so.
That's fine. I just have to fix that. For the future.
Future.
So that should fix his leg. Now I just gotta do the other one.
Yeah, that stops the bleeding. He still has a wound, but it has been cauterized at this point. by your divine magic just pouring into it.
That's okay. The post-op surgery can wait. I got another leg.
God. Make another stab. So I guess no attack roll needed. Just roll damage on a dagger. I've got a d4 here, I guess. You got a +2. That is 6 points of piercing damage while you cut open Garfield's other leg.
He's fine. I'm a medical specialist. I put some more chicken in there.
Do you have to break the bone first?
I forget that part until after the chicken's in there, and then I just start smashing.
Okay. Garfield, make me a death saving throw while Passy just mercilessly smashes on an open wound.
So you're just pulverizing all
Hey,
the bone
asked-
and then fusing it together.
Yes. I am increasing his bones.
Oh, God.
I don't like that.
Oh, is this going to be the whole session? Please let this be the whole session.
What
It's
medical
over.
school
An hour and a
did you go
half
to,
left.
Sassy?
We can keep this going.
Passy did not go to medical school. She just has an innate +8 to anything medicine. She was born with this knowledge.
Yeah, that isn't encouraging.
It regrets asking and just goes on dancing.
Passy, I feel like you were banished from Earth. I don't know. You weren't banished. You were a doctor on Earth, and you were electrocuted for slaughtering many patients with your experimental technology, and you were isekai'd into this world.
Who needs a medical license when you have style, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be, like, safe when you have magic. So I'm gonna roll for surgery again.
Okay, intelligence and proficiency.
Always need guidance for this part.
Another 15.
So that's a 23 because
Oh, right.
that's not with proficiency.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
do a
the-
really good job
I was
on
gonna
the
say,
one leg.
the +1's from the Luckstone, right?
It balances out me being a dumbass. Actually, I think the +8 is from the Luckstone, so it's only a +7. Whatever, that's well over a 20.
Yep.
He's gonna be a lopsided boy.
Is the guy gonna walk in with our drinks mid-surgery?
Make a perception check. Squid. During this whole process, you've heard some thumps outside the door, but no other interaction.
Oh, he's smart.
This is just the sound of squirting and
Yes.
song.
We'll say at this point, from all of the mashing of bones and the surgery, another death saving throw for Garfield, please. 2 passes.
Passes. I'm so glad I'm using these on surgery.
Yes.
Just
I
like
mean,
real life
this-
in the 1400s.
This
Yeah.
is when you need them.
Yeah, as opposed to in combat.
Combat isn't going to hurt you this bad. So, I believe the operation is a success, and I'm going to start the healing.
Okay.
Uh,
We'll say after all that, he's currently just sitting at 0 hit points, rolling death saves, so you can keep healing him till he's full, or however much you want to stop at.
let's see, do I have this prepared? Where's my is it and is it not prepared buttons? I do have it prepared. So, What do you mean I don't have third spell slots available? What did I do today? I only sent the one message. I guess it didn't refill them. Or I accidentally used them while I was dicking with my feet.
Possibly.
How do you dick with your feet?
It's not
Hmm.
difficult. So I'm gonna do that thing where I just continuously heal him because he's next to me. And I'm basically just gonna sit there and look at him while his meat kind of like fuses back together.
You casting Aura of Vitality?
Uh-huh.
All right. So you have 1 minute of 2d6 hit points per turn for a total of 20d6 hit points.
Those get a +5 every time because I'm a life cleric.
Is it one roll of the spell? Is that what the feature is? Or is it every roll? Disciple of Life.
Whenever you use the spell,
To restore hit points to a creature. Yep.
and I'm doing it every turn.
Doing it every turn, so 10 times 3 plus, 50 hit points. Without even rolling dice, you max out Garfield's health.
Easy.
I'm a doctor.
Garfield,
I
throughout
don't think you are.
throughout that whole process, you take 2 levels of exhaustion.
You're really just loving the exhaustion levels today,
Yes,
aren't you?
I am.
That's okay.
They're meant to be used.
It's
You
a good
will-
thing to walk away with.
After a rest, you'll recover 1.
Alright, well, thank goodness we're doing this.
But you
before
just
the night.
lost, like, most of your blood, and it was just kind of being magically regenerated in your body as you were having open surgery performed without any proper stuff. So,
Passy is just coated in blood.
oh, there's blood. There's like a pool of blood on the floor.
Chug, can you use that mayonnaise jar to make him new blood?
He looks
I
like
made
he's
him
got
new
plenty.
blood.
I don't want mayonnaise in my body.
I want lots of mayonnaise.
Chicken bones. You need chicken, mayonnaise, pickles. We'll just make a whole chicken sandwich in there.
Dang it.
In him.
Just need to shove some bread somewhere.
Oh God.
Does lesser restoration fix exhaustion? Exhaustion's a condition, right?
I think it's paralyzed, blinded, deafened, etc. I think it's greater restoration that does exhaustion. I can open up that spell.
Right. Well, fuck him then, I guess.
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. So you could wake him up.
Nah.
Just eject all of the alcohol that was injected directly into his bloodstream before.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you cast Lesser Restoration, and
Like, shit, he's still poisoned.
yeah, the ridiculous amount of blood alcohol content he has just evaporates through his pores. And
So
he is still fast asleep, but the room smells awful now.
Head to toe covered in blood, completely unfazed by it. Like, it's nap time.
So I'm sure we probably won't have to pay any extra.
Oh, I'm sure.
Might wanna
Does anybody
take
have
out-
prestidigitation?
No.
Nope.
Passy,
In
you
this
might-
world, the cleaning ladies better all have prestidigitation, and it should be like a 5-second process that doesn't cost us much.
Passy, you might want to clean yourself up a little bit. I kind of usher her toward the bathroom.
Okay. I'm gonna go make this guy's blood soup with my body.
Wait, what?
A stew with Passy as the meat. And blood is the
Don't
broth.
say that.
Hmm.
You only wash up after surgery, not before.
Yeah, I also like the part where you guys sanitize the bones and they tumble to the floor before you put them back in his body.
Do we have germ theory in Eberron?
Yeah, they did.
No, it's fine. I cast Lesser Restoration. He's not poisoned now.
He is not poisoned. He still can be
That's
diseased,
true.
though.
Sure
Might
can.
have like there might have been bugs or something on the chicken bones. They're not a disease. They just want to live.
Hmm.
Yes, very microscopic bugs, like germs.
Hmm.
Nah, he's good.
If you have some kind of salmonella-based powers now.
Oh god, I didn't even think of
put
salmonella.
the
Thank you for
mayonnaise in.
reminding me. Jesus. God.
The entire point of the surgery was to attempt to make it so he can jump off the boat and not hurt his legs because he has bigger bone legs.
Hmm.
Does he have
I'm sure
bigger bone
that'll-
legs?
I have more bones in my legs.
Yeah, but so do babies.
Yeah. I mean,
And
they
you're
have a
better than
higher
babies
number
at
of
jumping.
bones. They have a higher number of bones. I have like more bone.
I
It was-
have fused together your bones with more bones. You got bigger bones now.
They're extra thick.
I like how this whole process was to increase the density of his bones, but it was his ankle joints that were the problem.
Yeah.
It's
He
fine.
never broke a leg, he just sprained his ankle.
He now can't bend his ankles because it's all fused.
Fused all of his joints together.
I don't know if that's
That's
what
not better.
I don't know if that's what healing magic would do.
Just wedge chicken bones in there.
Oh god.
I feel like healing magic might inject the chicken bones. But, you know.
I guess that's what the
That's
soup is
fine.
for.
Listen, I can successfully perform this kind of surgery to increase your bone, but I do have 8 intelligence. So why I did it and how I did it don't make a lot of sense.
Chug doesn't know that. He's very impressed.
How does Squid feel about this?
Mildly disgusted.
Only mildly.
Only mildly.
Trying to think if there's things that she could enhance on him.
Squid,
It is a shame he didn't get a natural 20 on his death save and wake up immediately.
Squid, you recall that your drinks were left outside the door during that process, but you were too busy watching over the almost body, the almost corpse, that you didn't go get them yet.
Well, then I would like to traipse over and get them.
Okay, they are very heavy barrels. How do you propose to move them?
Hey, you just kind of tip them over and spin them around until they're
Okay,
wobbled.
make me an athletics check.
They're gonna spill everywhere.
You try to tip the barrel over gently so that it's on an edge you can spin, and the whole thing just tumbles sideways and spills
Perfect.
gallons and gallons of ale mixing with the blood on the floor.
Well, there's still one more.
Man, our pilot would have a field day in here.
The second one, actually, this will be at disadvantage now. The floor is soaking wet. There you go. The second one, you manage to, much more carefully, you're ready for the weight this time. And this is the one that Garfield drank out of, so the level is a little bit lower on it. You manage to tip this one into the room, slowly roll it in, and then close the door behind you.
Are we on the second floor?
You are on the third floor.
Oh my.
Man, I sure hope this floor is blood proof.
It's only a matter of time before our downstairs neighbors start to complain.
Your downstairs neighbors is the whole floor is taken up by the restaurant.
Yay!
We like to party up here.
You hear a knock at the door, Squid. Well, everyone does, but Squid's the closest.
Yes.
Do you just open the door right away, or do you just answer their voice?
No. I'm just.
Okay, fair enough. There's a bit of a disturbance downstairs. Is everything alright in there?
There's a bit of a disturbance up here.
Do you need help? Do you need assistance?
Look around the room. Does anybody need assistance?
No. I'm perfectly happy.
There's quite a lot of liquid coming through the ceiling downstairs. It's dripping onto some guests. It looks like ale, but it smells funny. Has a bit of a red tinge to it.
Would you mind fetching some towels? We just had a bit of a spill. I'm sorry.
One or two.
You do realize that you guys signed that you are responsible for whatever happens with these drinks, yes?
With drinks themselves or with us?
Did you read the document, or did you just sign it?
Gatorade.
Well,
If this bitch believes we're gonna read a document that we're signing in order to get a barrel of alcohol,
Chug did give it a once-over and is very familiar with legalese.
Yes, it did. It did say that you guys are responsible for whatever happens there. It was, yes. It didn't trap your souls or anything crazy like that. Nothing nefarious, but it was a, like, hey, this causes issues, you're responsible for it, not us.
Oh yeah, that might have been something in there about that.
Was it the alcohol itself causing issues, or us causing issues in response to the alcohol?
I'm not sure it matters.
It's an important distinction.
Squid, we'll worry about it later.
We will...
Would you mind fetching those towels? That would be the best good thing to do.
Man, he spilled these trying to
Answer
get him
me.
in the room, so the hallway outside.
Yeah, no, there is ale on the floor outside too, absolutely. I'm more concerned about the blood that appears to be in there. Should I get the guard?
No. It was a small medical accident. Everyone is okay.
A small medical accident.
We have powerful magical healing. No one is hurt beyond our capabilities. The guards are not necessary.
Okay.
There'd be really nothing for them to do. It would just cause more of a disturbance with your guests downstairs. They think, oh, what's happening upstairs? But there'd be no reason for them.
Can you let me into the room, please?
Of course. Squid, get out of the way.
I bow and let him open the door if he chooses.
It's the same gnome server that was serving you downstairs. And he just looks around the room, and as you open the door, like, more ale just kind of, like, leaves the room, because the door was holding some of it back. It gets all over his shoes. He's like, did you...
I'm surprised, sir, that your rooms are not ale-proof, considering it seems to be your gimmick that you sell these unsafe and unsanitary quantities of ale.
He ignores you as he says that, and just starts repeatedly casting prestidigitation all over the place to clean everything up.
Well, see, that's far more efficient than towels. You do a very fine job, sir. I'm gonna throw a gold coin at him.
Make an attack roll.
Okay.
Are you going to gently toss it, or
I'm going to gently sling it at him.
You pull a sling and just whip it around. It misses him entirely, just hits the wall and sinks into the ale that he then cleans up.
Whoopsie.
You will be seeing a bill for all this in the morning.
It's just cost per prestidigitation.
Each of these castings, it's not so much about how many times I have to cast it as much as how much I have to clean up, how much damage there is to the wood below, to our guest's sanity below, to the furniture below, to the furniture in this room. I'll have to tally it up later.
I come out of the bathroom. I'm clean, but everything I was wearing is still just utterly dripping with blood.
Mm-hmm. Garfield is dripping with blood too, and I assume he's laying on a bed, which is now covered with blood. Or is he just on the floor in the ale?
He was just on the floor.
So he's just on the floor. He's probably...
No, we put me up on a table.
Right.
A little bit.
The table. So there's a table covered with blood. It's just like, is he still alive?
Probably.
Am I conscious?
You are not conscious.
Didn't think so. Good. I'm going to keep importing characters.
I just look at him for a second and go, he's fine.
Would you like to check his pulse? Because he has one.
I feel like if this is a murder scene, I shouldn't touch the body.
It's not a murder scene. Would you like?
I don't trust you.
I suppose we could prick his finger and you could see that he bleeds.
I think
you could just. I have a mirror. Would you like me to put it over his mouth and you can see that he's breathing?
Chug, make me a persuasion check.
Do you need his blood? My clothes are still covered in it.
Very well. I trust you that he's safe enough for now.
I did surgery.
You want to give our friend a clean while you're at it, fella?
Yes, he casts prestidigitation on Garfield, removes the blood. Would you like a clean as well?
Uh-huh.
Cleans all the blood
off
you.
Sitting in the bathtub forlornly.
No, Passy came out dressed, but covered in blood because the clothes were still bloody.
Yeah, she washed her body and not any of the things that she had that was covered in blood.
Well, I hope you all rest well, and I hope you have deep pockets. You're gonna need them tomorrow morning.
Thank you. You too.
I confusedly reach into my pockets. How deep?
He just leaves the room. He takes a bit of psychic damage on the way out.
Perfect.
The room smells
Take my
awful,
coin back.
despite being cleaned.
Yeah, that smell's not going to go away.
Can we
That's
open a
fine.
window?
There are two very large
Yeah,
windows.
that's permanent.
Do we have a crowbar?
What?
Does anybody have a crowbar?
Squid attempts to open them the normal way.
Easy enough.
Okay.
You open the windows. How does Chug react to not being given a crowbar?
He's happy that a simpler solution was reached.
Fair enough.
Passy walks by the unconscious person without even looking at them and just climbs in bed. He's probably fine. I'm a good doctor.
Roll a deception check. If anyone wants to insight that, they may, and use that as the DC to see if you believe that Passy is a good doctor or not.
Absolutely believe passive because the patient
Wow.
didn't die.
You
I'm
both
also going
believe
to
that
add
Passy's...
registered anesthesiologist to my
Yes.
resume.
You both believe that Passy just performed a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, I did use cleric magic. I'm pretty sure I literally performed a miracle.
And Channel Divinity was in there.
He's fine.
Okay, so I assume at this point you all go to sleep.
Yes.
Yep.
Soundly and without any of the traumatic horrors that...
Halfway
Normal person
through the
had.
night, Garfield, you wake up and just vomit all over the table and down onto the floor. You feel terrible.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Your head is throbbing, and you both of your legs are just on fire. I mean,
Great.
not literally, but you know.
Do they feel stronger?
Would you like to test them in any way?
No.
They feel very painful, is what they feel.
Does this wake us up at all?
I'll leave that up to you.
Dreaming or anything.
He's just vomiting on the floor. If you're a light enough sleeper, you would notice that. Fair enough. If not, whatever.
My passive perception's too damn high. I wake up
Yep.
and I'm just like, shh. It's nap time.
Garfield, you are on the table currently.
Nobody moved.
You were strangely
I'm going
clean,
to-
but now you're covered in vomit.
Just take off whatever I have that has vomit on it and just get into a bed.
Alright, that'll likely
The
be...
closest one.
What armor do you wear? Leather?
Oh no.
Yeah,
I think I wear.
Yeah, you have studded leather armor, which that is covered in vomit. Any shirt you would have on would be covered in vomit. Thankfully, you were just kind of on your back. You kind of vomited up, started choking, rolled over, vomited off the side of the table. So nothing got on your pants or shoes. But
There you go. Do I have a sweater?
I don't believe so. I think you were just wearing armor and underclothes. Whatever.
Shame about
What
that.
do you have? Traveler's clothes or something?
I think I just have basic clothes, yeah. Whatever those are. Shame about the sweater.
You have a sweater now, sure. We'll say that.
Oh man, shame there's vomit on it already.
Yeah, I know, right? And I got
Time for
one
sleep.
shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume he's only puking because he got drunk again while I wasn't looking, unless I restoration him again and then go back to sleep without making sure that it worked.
Do I feel better?
No.
Great. But the sensations are so much more there.
All of the alcohol has already left your system. You are just dehydrated, and your body has foreign objects in it. It is not happy with you.
It's fine.
I think so.
He'll be fine.
God, what happens if
Will
it
I?
rejects the chicken bones?
Well, now, why would it do that?
That could be all.
You don't have to check for things like that. You
Let's
just kind of fuse it all together, and it's fine.
Anything else you want to do before you try to fall asleep again, Garfield?
Oof. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Despite the pain, you're exhausted enough that you fall asleep again immediately. Just lay down on the bed and just out.
It sounds about right.
And he never wakes up again.
You guys wake up the next morning, and Garfield does not wake up with everyone else.
Doesn't he?
Oh no.
He's still unconscious. You do get the benefits of a long rest, Garfield, and you can reduce 1 exhaustion.
Yay!
Time to
Long
go buy
rest.
toys.
Does anyone check on Garfield? Because you can say no, technically.
Cassie is the doctor. I
Yeah,
leave this up to her.
Okay.
Fine. I'm going
Would
to
it occur?
examine his
Would it
life.
occur to Passy to examine her patient?
Nope.
Does anyone mention to Passy that she should?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Fair enough. Go ahead and make me a medicine check, Passy. This one can be with wisdom. So you're diagnosing this time. Yeah, he's covered in sweat. And as you touch him, he definitely has a fever.
Passy, is he alive?
Probably.
He is still breathing.
Dead people don't get fevers.
Yeah, and jet fuel can't cut steel beams.
Actually, I think we found in Eberron that's not true.
We're about to.
Eric knows from experience.
Should we do anything for him?
Is that
I
jet fuel?
think he was allergic to the beer.
Hmm. Can you fix that?
Probably. Do I think lesser restoration would fix him?
If you think he's allergic to the beer, you would think that lesser restoration would fix him, yes. If that is your diagnosis. Okay. Something like his skin and sweat gains like a sort of weird like slimy film over it, and his fever starts to settle as something is ejected from his body through his pores.
Not that at all.
better.
Garfield, you awake now. You feel awful. And you're
Thanks,
covered
Dad.
in something gross.
What? Oh. What's on me?
Mm.
Why do I feel like this?
You had surgery.
What surgery? I know what surgery is. Not right now, I don't.
Yeah, everything hurts. Your whole body just hurts. Like your legs especially, but just everything.
Passy, how long until he can test those out?
Now.
Go
Test
jump out the
what?
window. I want to see what happens.
Um,
Holy shit.
How up to leaping out of a window do I feel?
Well, let's start with getting out of bed.
Jumping out a
I
window might end the pain.
Attempt to stand up.
Your legs scream in pain as your feet touch the floor.
I collapse to the ground.
That's not how you walk.
Passing why are his legs screaming?
Something is wrong with my legs.
I'm gonna poke his legs.
It hurts.
Oh. Ow. So,
Your legs are
Something.
dumb.
Can you potentially make this feel any better?
Not Leroy. Garfield, you are very thirsty.
My own mistakes have come back to bite you.
Yes.
Could somebody get me a drink?
No, you're allergic. I'm gonna cure wounds his legs.
Water, not alcohol. Oh no.
I can't make water today.
Not make water. Could you get some? We're in a hotel.
Did cure wounds in his legs help at all?
It did not appear to, no.
I'm gonna bring him a pitcher of water from the bathroom.
Thank you. I drink it as quickly as possible.
Okay, make me a Constitution saving throw.
That tracks. Boom.
Okay, despite drinking it so
Boys
quickly,
hanging.
yeah, despite drinking it way too quickly when you're very dehydrated, you feel your stomach revolt a bit at the water hitting it, but it gradually accepts it, and you manage to choke down the urge to vomit.
This is accurate to my lived experience.
You start to feel a little bit better. Headache starts to fade, but your legs still feel like they feel like there's bones embedded in your legs, digging into your flesh whenever you move.
Oh, Posse, you were talking, if I do not forget, if I do not remember, if I'm not deceiving myself, about putting something inside of my legs.
It made your bones bigger.
Correct? You made them bigger. Well, it may not have worked. I think that they're just in there.
You just sealed something. It's like the surgeon leaving something behind inside someone's body with no other effect.
I don't feel like my legs are more effective or are really legs at the moment.
Only one way to find out.
This news comes as an absolute shock to Passy.
How did you propose to find out?
Window.
Yes, so as previously demonstrated, I'm not sure I can stand.
Throw him out the window.
God.
Please do not do that.
It'll lift
Land
you
on
up.
your legs like before.
No,
It looks like he's
No.
in considerable pain as it is. Do you really want to make it worse? They'll probably charge us more if he splatters against the ground.
that is not the right reason.
And also, it would just be cruel to throw someone out the window against their will. There's also that.
Exactly. Against their will would be terrible.
We're like as high up as the boat. He jumps off that all the time.
I can stand on the boat. If it must happen, I understand.
What if
Ugh.
jumping off the bed first.
I love how every session of this campaign, the name gets more and more accurate.
You're not wrong.
You just put us in a room.
just to
And
let you
watch.
go. Ugh.
We're like an ant farm that hates itself.
Yeah.
Too accurate.
Do you want me to take your extra bones out?
Yes. This
Time,
seems
it might
to
get
have been
better.
A biohacking experiment that went very poorly.
I think it's your leg's fault for not eating the new bones with your old bones when I healed it.
Oh, well, why don't you demonstrate on your own legs? And we can
Because
see
that would hurt.
whose fault it was.
I don't like
Garfield's face
pain.
becomes the hyphen underscore hyphen emoji.
You hear the bruh sound effect. That's all.
How did that happen? What's going on? Everything's talking. Is anyone else hearing the things that I'm hearing?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
You just psychically projected the bruh sound effect.
I guess we can
Sometimes things hurt enough
unsurgery.
that happens.
So you're taking the man who just went through surgery and has exhaustion levels into surgery again.
Only one.
Only one now, yes.
I
Which
think you should
makes it better.
Well, he's being a whiny little bitch about his new bones, so like,
Listen here, you little shit.
I offer him more alcohol.
I don't feel so good. Maybe more water? Oh no. The alcohol, yes.
This will dull the pain. You'll be fine.
Yes. Whatever the strongest thing that they have is.
you
I've got
still
something
have
to
a
say, I
barrel.
promise.
Yeah, I dip a mug into the barrel and give it to him.
Distill it first. I can't keep all of that down.
I'll distill it.
Okay. You take some time to distill it into a more concentrated form. The room smells awful again.
Nothing
Did
like distilled beer.
Exactly.
It ever not smell awful?
It smelled less awful because you opened the windows and you gave it some time to, like, air out, but now it smells awful again.
Can I create like an alchemical alcohol desiccant that attracts all the alcohol in the air into it?
That might take more time.
You want to invent advanced air fresheners?
This is alchemy.
If this
Anything's
is
possible.
if this is Chug's wish, he could start downtime on this.
All right.
Febreze 2.
Alchemical boogaloo.
I will add a downtime to Chug's sheet.
Yay.
Air freshener research.
Yay.
At current progress, 0 out of 20. There you go.
Did you
Can't believe
did you
that
see
was
there's
crap
anything
you were
left in my
working with
vial
it.
of alcohol after I injected?
Considering you used a quill pen before, probably.
How
Okay.
did you even push it in with a quill pen?
I blew in it.
Oh, I should have made you roll for that. Let's see if you don't get any air in his bloodstream. Oh boy, that's fine though. You have a little more alcohol left over, yes, and you've distilled more. Not as pure, but
Listen, man.
Garfield, you're going to want to pinch your nose. This is not going to taste good.
If magic can fix all of the complications that come from being hit with a battle axe, it can solve the complications of being injected by the wrong thing.
yes, there was a lot of magic.
I have
The
created a
thing
method
about
that
getting hit with a battle axe is it doesn't put an air bubble in your heart.
It might.
it very well
No.
could.
There's a
All
possibility.
it really has to do is slice open
know,
something
honestly,
near like a valve.
You know,
You can take any kind of damage that doesn't have an additional effect, and magic will just heal it. You could have your flesh rot away, and magic would just heal it.
Unless it's damage
You're not wrong.
that can only be healed by a wish
Bring the
spell.
crocodile.
Yes, there's that.
Also, I just had an idea. In a world with heavy magic and enchanted weapons, why would you not just make a battle axe that creates an air bubble in the blood of someone that you hit with it?
I hate
Because
that.
Cure Wounds just fixes it.
Yeah,
It's a waste of time.
but it just, I mean, you can just force them to use more healing. It's a battle of attrition.
Actually,
getting into why don't Jedi just pinch somebody's like
Exactly.
Yeah.
brain blood supply
You know-
levels?
you know about rot grubs, right?
Oh yeah.
I do not.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. What if you just like force
Um,
feed people rock rubs?
Yeah, so I
Chuckles
really
slugging at
am
people.
going to deeply regret telling you what these are, especially given the session I have to plan tomorrow. But rot grubs burrow into your skin and go straight for your heart,
Oh, fun.
and you can't get them out.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, you
You
have to like
have-
burn them out or whatever, right? Like,
You have
Yeah.
one turn to take fire
You-
damage.
Yeah,
right.
and the last time I saw a player get hit by them, he
I know the story.
drank alchemical fire and then lit it in order to burn them out, and ended up taking like 170 damage. But he was a high level barbarian, so it was okay.
Sounds good.
I like throwing those at level 1 players.
You're a
Anyways,
bad person.
Garfield,
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw at disadvantage for the drink Chuck has given you.
There's another way
Oh,
of
that's Leroy.
taking this. It's called chugging. I named it after myself.
Disadvantage.
You know. This is a little less unpleasant.
Disadvantage, you know it.
Okay, your already punished body just passes out.
Yep.
I start cutting. And then I remember to use a better knife.
Okay, for the sake of time, we've already shown that Passy is capable of this. Does Passy throw any wrenches into the mix here, or is she just extracting the bones and sealing it up?
Well, as soon as she gets down there, she's going to stare really hard at the bone and wonder why it didn't fuse with the other bone.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to take it out and just start sniffing his leg bones
Smells.
to see if they smell like chicken.
They do not smell like chicken. They do smell pretty bad, though.
I learned something.
Yeah.
You gotta use people bones for people.
Immediately take 3 steps backwards.
And then I fix him.
All right.
Which probably takes at least another channel divinity.
Yeah, I'll say expend your channel divinity and let's say 2 cure wounds.
I'm so glad that this session's been so productive.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I learned a very invaluable lesson that
I am, however, sorry, God.
I needed to learn.
Yeah. I am
what-
actually happy, though, that my character's been unconscious most of the time, because I made the wrong kind of walls in the map for the session I
Oh,
have to
no.
run in an hour and a half, and I'm replacing all of them.
Oof.
This is fun, DM.
It's okay.
So, Garfield is still unconscious, but you have finished healing him up.
Yay!
So, Cassie, you need to have human parts to add to a human.
Probably.
Gotta collect them all.
Oh.
Is
Now
Passy?
throw him out the window.
Oh god. Is Passy gonna invent a cleric spell that is essentially just like anti-rejection meds?
Probably. She definitely needs to pioneer body horror clericing.
Hmm. I will consider that depending on how high level Passy gets.
How high can Passy get?
I can help with that.
True. How long do you guys
Got
wait?
the
Do you guys just
pharmaceutical industry.
wait for Garfield to wake up? Do you help him out in any other way, or do you just leave him here to sleep? Garfield,
Wait long enough to get bored,
Okay.
and then we just shake him.
Garfield, you gain 2 more levels of exhaustion.
Oh, I'm so happy to have 3 of those now.
Yep.
What does the third one do? I have disadvantage on all of my attack roll. Basically, whenever I roll dice, I have less.
You
Or
have
the wrong kind
speed,
of more.
disadvantage on like everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Next exhaustion, you reduce your hit point maximum in half. I forget what the last one, the 5th one does, and then death.
Dead.
Yeah,
I think 6th is dead.
6th one's death.
You can hold 5 without dying.
Yep.
I'm just going to
The
increase you
purple
to 5 to see, and then I'll lower it again. You have speed to 0 at 5, but you only have 3 right now.
Yeah. All right, a couple more surgeries, boys. Let's get them up there. I got backup characters. Don't think I don't.
So Garfield, as you guys sit there and wait, Garfield he's just sleeping. For as long as you would wait, he would just sleep.
Passing
Like
you?
3 years.
I assume within a day.
Okay.
Did we have stuff to do?
Yes, we were supposed to free a town from occupation, but you know they're metally boys. I suppose that they're not going to die of old age before we can kill them.
Killing people is wrong, and I start shaking him awake.
Garfield, you wake up. You feel awful. The worst you felt so far, but your legs just feel equally as bad to the rest of you this time.
Oh, I feel awful.
I show him the bloody chicken bones that used to be part of his body.
Yeah, those.
I disagree with the premise that they were part of my body.
As Garfield is waking up and you're having this discussion, you hear a knock at the door.
Is there another massive pool of blood under him?
There is blood everywhere, yes.
We should have taken the towels after all.
I'll take all the towels from the bathroom and
Excuse me, we have calculated your bill. And we would like you to leave.
Are those 2 things related?
wait. Is the bill final now? You're
What?
bill final now?
I still can't hear you, sorry.
Is the bill? Is it final now?
What do you mean, is it final now?
Like, if we pay the bill now, it's
Can't
fine.
make it any higher.
No, of course not.
Then tell me the fee and I'll pay you now.
I just walk up to him with my arms out, coated in blood again, and go, "Can you fix this?"
It'll up your fee.
I thought you just said the bill was final.
I said the bill was not final. I said the exact opposite of that.
I
I
heard
don't.
it was final.
I could have sworn you just said it was final.
Roll me a persuasion check, or deception check at disadvantage.
But he did just say it was final.
No, he said, you said, is it final?
No,
he
he
said,
said it was.
he said, of course not.
Well, Chug was too stupid to understand him.
Okay, you can make a persuasion then.
Deception would be better, but I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Okay, at disadvantage, please.
Okay.
No, I'm quite certain I said it was final. Yes, not final.
Yeah, it's
you've
like
got
this motherfucker.
me.
So you said it was final.
It was
right?
not final. No.
You literally just said it was final.
You know what? We'll say that bill's final, but we can just keep adding new bills on top. Does that make more sense to you?
Oh, I suppose I can't argue with that.
Once we pay it and leave, we're no longer customers of this establishment, so you can't bill us anymore. Somebody pay him real quick.
I'm gonna take the
He
bill.
looks at the blood on the floor, just puts his hand up to his face, and just starts cleaning things up. I suppose I have to clean everything anyways, so I might as well clean you up too. Cleans up Garfield, cleans up Passy. Really, why do you insist on doing this in a hotel room?
I hold up the bloody chicken bones. I put these in him.
We tried.
You want to do it on the street? That's not sanitary.
Garfield, he looks at you and says, "Are you in danger? We can get the guard. I can send a message real quick.
I
Just
lived my entire life in danger. This is not really much different.
It's okay, I took him out.
I don't understand. Please give me a yes or a no, sir. Should I intervene here?"
If you want to try and intervene, you can.
Oh, God.
But I mean, I'll help them.
He rushes out of the
No.
room. Would anybody take an attack of opportunity?
Is there anybody with him?
He is right next to Passy, Garfield's. I assume Chug. You're all within range of him.
Right.
He was alone.
Okay, if there is no other staff, I'm gonna make a non-lethal attack at him.
Okay, roll an attack.
Can I trip him his way?
It's okay.
We'll see how
I
this
think
one
our name
happens
is
first.
Anthony Tony.
That hits.
All right.
You're just gonna bonk him on the head with a rock.
Yeah.
It hits him, but he does not quite go down from just that. He's bleeding from the side of his head now, and he's still trying to run away. You said you were gonna do something, Squid?
Try to trip him on as he started his.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll. If it beats his AC, we'll assume that you were able to hit him, and then we'll roll opposed athletics.
What do I click on?
Well,
Roll an attack.
it's an unarmed strike, so just proficiency and strength. And we can just roll a d20. That does hit. So now roll athletics, and he'll roll athletics as well. He rolled a natural 1. You trip him. So he's bleeding from his head. He lands on the floor and just skids a little bit, and he's desperately trying to stand up and run away.
Why are you bonking him? He was nice.
Can I flurry of blows him into submission?
Yes, sure. He doesn't have that much movement. You could catch up to him. As he's trying to crawl away and trying to stand up, there's blood dripping down his face onto the floor.
I'm going to very carefully strike him repeatedly on the head until he's unconscious.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
This is advantage, right?
Yes, he is prone. That's a hit. He goes down. He just one smack to the head, and he just collapses on the floor. There's kind of drool forming by his face.
All right, so what we need to do is we need to position him. So we need to tangle him in the bed sheets, make it look like he fell off. He hit his head exactly where I hit him. We're going to put a note that says, "Thank you for the amazing party." I'm going to load him full of alcohol, and we are going to put the money that we owe him in his pocket. We are going to leave. Is that understood?
No?
I think so.
Passy, wrap him in the bed sheets. I'm gonna look at the bill. I'm gonna look at the bill. I'm gonna take out the money that we owe him.
That's gonna
I grab one end of the sheets from the bed and walk over to him and just drop it over him.
He did not bring a bill physically. He was going to tell it to you.
But now I feel a little silly.
Well, now I feel like an asshole.
Only now.
All right, I want to, having had many ridiculous, dangerous parties in the past, how much do I think this is going to cost us?
Roll intelligence.
Can you have a precedent established for this?
Probably.
Roll for Rockstar.
You would guess a few hundred gold minimum.
All right. And how much is the platinum?
10 gold.
10 gold.
I mean, we're fine to pay for this.
You guys haven't even inspected the bags that you were given by Anton yet, as a note.
Oh,
I gave
yeah.
you each a bag.
Presumably there's, a couple ducats in there.
All right, so I'm going to say that we need to find 300 gold between us. And then I'm going to start frantically trying to arrange it to look like he partied with us, and then he hit his head, and it was all consensual. And trying to make it look like when he wakes up, he's going to remember nothing but his drunken blackout and think that he once more allowed himself to be goaded into partying with the guests.
We're going to find out this guy was a teetotaler.
Well, he's going to have lots of alcohol in his system, so he's not going to be able to argue.
Okay, so are you going to put alcohol into his system?
Yes, indeed.
Are you going to force feed it to him?
I am going to. No, it is going up his behind.
Oh no! Oh god! It absorbs faster that way. It's true.
Travel with an enema kit or something.
Yes, I have an alchemy kit. What do you think? Like the
I
third
feel
most
like-
common use of an alchemy kit is.
you know,
Boofing?
I've
Probably not.
It's called chugging
Yeah.
in this universe because my name is Chug.
So whenever someone chugs, they do it through the butt because of you.
Well, they misunderstood my instructions, but yes.
God.
But you're the one doing it.
This is my favorite
Yes.
interpretation of how Geralt takes potions, because he can drink a potion while swinging a sword, so he's just got to have potions up his butt that he just, you know, he's got very fine control, yes. Okay,
Well-
Chug, roll me a medicine check. you wonder if he's had enough yet, and you pour in a little more.
All right.
He begins bleeding faster from his head, which I believe he's upside
gonna-
down right now.
Yes.
Sassy,
Would be
can
the
you
most
take
easy
care
way
of
to
them?
access the butt.
Can I rub some powder in the wound to make it seal up?
What kind of powder?
It's mostly like sawdust and cornstarch.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you rub some sawdust and cornstarch into the wound, and the blood
I use it
starts
to
to
stimulate
form
leprosy.
like a scab. With that, it's still bleeding through it, but it's a little slower.
Have we gathered the money yet?
How many platinum do we need?
30.
I'll pitch in 10.
Boy.
I suppose I could probably. You know what? I'm not paying for this.
I think you already paid for this.
You're killing me.
Come on, Passy, cough some up.
Is my ASMR ability to heal this guy for 6 HP?
The bleeding stops. Man, glad you did that, because, you know, alcohol thins the blood and he's hanging upside down bleeding from his head. He probably would not have survived.
To be fair, would he want to?
Man, now you've changed the situation from wanted for murder for the guy as a witness and you're wanted for assault.
So how much money have we gathered so far?
Squid chipped in 10.
Okay. Passy, are you going to chip in anything?
What?
We need 10 pieces of platinum from you.
Why?
Because we are compensating this man for the trouble that we have caused him in his establishment.
Is that why you stole his pants and poured things in his butt?
Well, yes. That is to keep things from escalating any further.
He is asleep, but he is upside down. As you say that, Chug, he just upside down vomits onto the floor a little bit.
Oh, goodness.
I think that's
But
called
it's-
spilling.
Let's arrange him so he's sitting up, but we still need to tangle everything about him. You know, the vomit's good. The vomit makes it more natural.
It does add to the story.
Just so long as he doesn't choke on himself.
He's gonna wake up with a note saying thanks for the party, and his ass is gonna be sore.
I think more than just his ass is going to be sore.
And it's going to be sore.
So I'm going to arrange him as best as I can. I am going to write the note drunkenly. I'm going to look for anything on his person that has his own handwriting on it. What I assume is his
Investigation
own
check.
handwriting on it. Yay!
You start looking through him, but you left his pants off, and you don't check those.
All right. I shrug and I just have the note written as like a thank you card, like eloquently.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of embossing in the corner. It's gonna be crumpled up in his hand.
Is Chug proficient in forgery? I think he is, right?
Yes, with forgeries.
Okay. Make me
Forgeryness.
intelligence and proficiency.
All right. Plus 3, 13.
You feel reasonably confident that it looks like a thank you note.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've written thank you notes. I've been drunk. I'm just trying to make it look like believably drunk.
Yeah.
I have had the drunk.
Yes. I'll take one of my parchment sheets away. All right. I'm gonna throw.
finish him off real quick.
What's that?
He's after all this, the Chug just smacks him and he dies. No, I wish. I like the flurry of blows popping out into her.
I'm going to get impatient, and I'm going to put whatever money is left in the pile. I assume Squid is the only one who's actually given any, so I'm going to put 20 platinum in.
Okay.
Right, I am going to survey the scene. How sus does this still look?
Roll an investigation check. With advantage because you created it.
Alright. I am not getting the rolls today.
You are...
I mean, I was earlier, but now not.
reasonably certain that somebody might possibly maybe believe it.
Good enough. At any rate, we gave them the money. It's time to go now.
Are any of us covered in anything bodily fluid related?
Thankfully, no. He cleaned up Passy and Garfield before you knocked him out.
There was a lot of it.
There is vomit and blood on the floor underneath him, but not on any of you.
I'm gonna throw some towels on that.
You do not have any towels to throw.
No?
We used those
He
already.
used magic to clean up.
That's the bedding. There's no towels in the bathroom?
There is there's a magic stone in the bathroom, which I assume Passy didn't even use to dry herself off, just put her clothes back on while wet.
Yeah, she didn't dry off at all.
I don't think anyone else is... I mean, you checked the bathroom earlier to get water, so you would have noticed there's like a stone with a rune on it next to the sink.
I threw a stone in it. It's perfect.
You what?
In it.
You throw the stone at the mess?
Yeah, we'll dry it up.
The stone just sits there in the mess, now dirty.
Plug his
My idea.
butthole with it.
Passy, no.
That wasn't Passy, God.
Now, we stroll as easily, as contentedly, as somewhat hungoverly. Actually, the hungover bit is very important. Let us put Garfield in the front so that he looks like he has just had a fantastic night, rather than enduring torment of the most obscene variety. We look sympathetic to him, and say things like, "Oh, no, come on, it's not that bad."
Garfield, have you stood up yet?
I can try.
You're a bit uneasy on your legs, but they don't just ridiculously scream out in pain at you like they did before, and you're able to stand, but it's not comfortable.
I'm able to stand. I'll do it. Knuckle down.
Just a
Gentle
bit
enough so we can
sore.
look around.
This time it doesn't feel like knives are digging into your flesh, it just feels like you've had, really sore muscles.
Well, I suppose on we go.
Okay.
Hawaii.
Who is pretending to be hungover? Garfield does not need to make a check.
Chug will.
Passy doesn't understand the concept and just leaves.
Okay.
No, I definitely will.
Performance checks from both of you then. Chug has an exaggerated swagger, but he is... It doesn't...
Swagger of a gnome.
Yeah, the exaggerated swagger of a gnome, exactly. And he it doesn't look hungover so much as high.
Also acceptable.
Squid is very convincing.
I'm also at the last moment gonna make a receipt in the same font as the sign for the inn for 300 gold, so we can just flash it at someone if they're suspicious that we actually paid our tab or not.
Okay. Make
It's gonna have a
me
very drunk-looking signature that can't actually be
identified.
deduced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Signed with an X.
Yes.
Make me another intelligence and proficiency check and expend another sheet of paper.
Good grief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you keep that thought in mind of making a drunk signature, and you just make the whole thing drunk.
It might be believable.
I mean, you did have apparently a drunk waiter at your party, so...
Right.
Okay. You guys make your way down the hall. The smell... you almost are surprised by how fresh the hall smells, because you had gotten used to the horrible smell in that room. And now that you were finally outside of it, you're like, whoa, this is what fresh air smells like? It smelled that bad in there? But
I forgot how nice it was to have life.
you make your way downstairs, and you see one table at the opposite end of the room that just has, like, signs up around it saying, like, that it's a hazard. Do not go near this table.
They gotta waterproof that roof.
Did he not clean this up?
Would anyone look into it, or are you guys just going to move on?
We must move on.
All right, you keep walking. As you leave the building, the bouncer at the door says, it's the same one that you saw before. Says, I hope you didn't get up to any trouble in there.
No.
Good.
I'm afraid we got up to a bit of fun, but...
A bit of fun. Well, as long as you pay your bill, all's well that ends well.
We are responsible citizens. It's, everybody's just trying to do their job.
Roll me a deception check at responsible citizens.
Which part's the deception? Responsible or citizen?
Both.
Yes.
You're definitely... I don't think anybody here is a citizen of Thrain, so... Well... That's good to hear. Now be on your way.
Have a good day. Please tell me the sun's not too bright out there.
It's pretty bright today, unfortunately.
We'll manage.
Good luck
I'm
out
gonna
there.
tip him 1 silver.
Oh, that's not necessary, sir, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Does he take it?
Yes.
At what velocity do you tip him?
At melee velocity.
Like Smash Bros. Melee velocity? Because that's a lot of velocity.
It's a gentle arc of velocity.
You swing your hand at him as if you're striking him, but in slow motion, and just drop the coin in his hand.
Such a dick.
Chug is still in exaggerated swagger mode, you see.
Indeed.
Nose forward at all times, just held out ahead of the rest of his body.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you guys are in the streets of Flamekeep. Pretty much, you have a party member with 3 levels of exhaustion. You gotta move pretty slowly. Yeah.
We need to find a hotel so he can sleep this off.
We need to meet with that guy in the big park so he can give us more money.
Oh yeah, that.
And I want to buy toys for the boat.
We will do that also.
He can sleep when it's nap time.
You don't need him to buy toys, Passy.
But what if he wants a toy?
Then he can buy one when he gets up. I don't feel like he's going to want toys, Passy. That's kind of just a you thing. Not really. I have many ways to amuse myself.
Like what?
Like working out and practicing, and performing alchemy. Alchemy's
What if
very
you
fun,
bought
Passy.
paper?
I mean, I have some paper. I feel like this is probably not the best place to buy paper. They seem to value the legal system here. When people value the legal system, they tend to sell their paper for quite a lot, because quite a lot of people are constantly buying it, and they're people with a lot of money. You want to go to a place where people hardly ever buy it, and they have to look in the back for the paper. But then you're like, oh, this paper doesn't look very good. And you're like, I can get it at the next town. They're like, oh, please, I'll sell it to you at half price. Just please take this thing out of the thing it's been sitting in my room. And then I'm like, oh, well, fine, I suppose.
Is Chug okay?
We're all just
Taylor's
staring
not
at him. So we walked 3 or 4 blocks while he was ranting about how best to buy paper.
Getting progressively louder. People are staring.
We pass a paper shop and he just starts yelling at it.
So, do you guys head to the park to meet with Anton?
Yes.
All right. You find him waiting there for you, wearing a hat and sunglasses, very disguised.
I like your
Sitting on a
disguise.
bench.
I walk up and say, "Hi, Tony."
It's... You know what? Good idea. Code names. You're, Patchy. Patchy.
Still wearing disguises.
Who am I, Tony?
You are... He has to think for a moment. Choke.
Ooh, I like that one.
Oh my.
I take off my fake mustache so I'll be in disguise.
You are, Garlemald. And, you are Fish.
God. Fantastic.
Okay, now that we
Stefan.
have code name. Stefan's not here. Does he need a code name?
Oh, yes, that's right.
He could be
Stefan's not
Steven.
here.
No one will figure it out.
Ooh, I like that
Stevie.
one, too.
Okay, so down to business. You said you wanted toys, right? I had an idea.
I am interested.
I went out shopping, and somebody offered me a great deal on these. He pulls out a pair of gloves. So I figured, as an extra reward for you all, I'd give these to you, and you can choose who takes them, but they should benefit the whole group. Says they should make you extra good at picking locks and such.
Neat.
That might be something up my alley.
I take them because they're toys.
Does anyone argue with Passy?
Nope.
Passy, those aren't toys.
He said they
How
were
would you
toys.
play with them?
I haven't figured that out yet.
That's who we
You
need
want
to-
to play with them first.
Okay.
See, I told you he likes toys. Then I give him the gloves.
Thank you very much.
I get all smug
God.
because I just proved Chug wrong.
Okay.
Worth it, right? I love what Passy can just be so aggressive sometimes for random things. Okay. Well, so that's what we wanted to discuss, right? The extra payment, and let's say if you manage to take Oxelgard, or Thandra rather, different A cities in the area, manage to take it back from them without causing too much of a stir. I suppose I had some thinking about it. The more peaceful, the better would really be there, but I mean, if it comes down to it, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you can manage...
We're always subtle.
Yes, if you can manage subtlety, I only have a vague idea of what that word means, but if you can manage it,
So
I'll pay you
I fail
double.
to see how you want us to drive an entire people from a town using subtle peacefulness.
that's
We will
that's
ask them nicely.
that's your job, not mine.
Yes, but
I'm paying you a lot of money for this.
yes, you are.
I gave you a
I'm
toy
only-
too. Look,
I am only worried that you will be disappointed if we do not complete the task as you were envisioning.
well, honestly, I was first envisioning a lot of blood. It's only
But they don't
recently
bleed.
come to me. Well, you know what? You're right. That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. I was envisioning a lot of oil.
Hmm.
So
See,
Oh yeah, we were here to roust some Warforged.
a lot of Warforged.
Do they want
Yeah,
blood?
I
'Cause know where
suppose
to get it.
if you manage to find why the Silver Flame hasn't been dealing with them, I suppose I'll give you a bonus for that too. I'm a little curious. I don't care as much, but it does make me wonder.
Yes. Well, you gave us the toy. Have you given any more thought to the additional difficulty of the request?
Well, yes, I'm going to pay you quite a sum of money for this.
But yes. I was trying to... I'm not so good at that subtlety myself, as you mentioned, but I was trying to use it to ask, are you planning on giving us more money right now?
No, that's what the toy was for.
Oh,
It cost
I
me a
see.
great deal of money to buy it, but the young man who sold it to me assured me that it was a mighty fine deal.
I see. Well, thank you very much. I think in the future, it would be quite a lot of work for you to procure such toys for us. Unless we request them, we would likely
Well,
prefer
you
the cash.
did request them. That's why I got you toys.
I asked for toys.
Passy, and then we told Passy that Passy could use her money to buy toys.
I
I
see.
distinctly remember it being part of the conversation.
I apologize. I must have forgotten. But I don't think I can return those, so...
I grab him by the hand and go, "You're very nice. Thank you for the toy."
Oh, you're welcome, Passy. I appreciate being appreciated.
Yes.
I will keep that in mind, though, for the future, Chug. I'll try to stick more to coin.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that you thinking of us and catering to our desires and needs. You're a good boss.
Thank you. Sorry, I said your wrong name earlier. I meant Choke.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Do you still choke up the butt?
So, do you what now?
We'll have to figure that out later, Passy. I think it is anatomically possible, but I'll have to make some schematics.
Well, if there's not anything else, I think I'll return to the hotel.
You
Have some relaxing.
You may want to find a different hotel. We
Why?
had quite a party last night. There was a lot of
Oh.
alcohol involved.
Well, that's not usually a problem.
We paid 300 gold as a
You
fine.
paid what for?
We got one of the waiters very, very drunk, and we are afraid that they may take exception to anyone relating to
I
us
see. Well,
being connected still to the hotel. They asked us to leave. We left
They
very
spilled a
peacefully.
whole keg.
I'll
An
just
entire keg.
kindly explain to them that you're my associates, but I can't be held responsible for your actions. I'm sure that'll go over fine.
But that is very reasonable, which is why we did our best to make everything right. But, they're not always the most reasonable people, those in food service. They have to deal with the bullshit all day.
Yes.
It just does things to the brain. They may not take it as reasonably as a proper, reasonable person should.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Why?
That being said, I think I am going to return there. It's my favorite hotel, you see. I stay there all the time. I'm a regular. I'm sure they'll be fine. And if they need
That's a
more
very nice
money,
hotel.
I can just pay them more money.
This is true.
It'll be coming out of your next paycheck, if that is the thing, though.
Well, it shouldn't. We certainly paid enough.
Well, we'll see if they agree, but I trust that you
I have
intended
the
to.
receipt right here. The whole receipt.
The poorly written.
What did you
receipt.
roll for it
paid it out of
before?
our...
It was-
not very high. It was like a 7.
Okay, he's gonna roll insight against it, but he's not very good at that, so
Can he read?
he can read. I see. Yeah, that's good. They shouldn't ask me for any more money then. I'll make sure if they try, I'll express to them that I do not take kindly to being swindled.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Don't let them give you any hassle.
Yes. Of course
Bye,
not.
Tony.
No one ever scams Tony. He says, make sure you appreciate those gloves. They should come in handy. He walks away.
I like him. He seems to get into fun situations.
Through us.
Now, those gloves do require attunement. Would you like to attune to them now, Garfield, or are you going to wait for later?
Attunement takes a minute, doesn't it?
It does take a minute.
Hour.
I'll attune to them as soon as I can.
Okay.
that now?
You could now, or you could later. That's up to you. I mean, these, I don't think any kind of like meditation would be required. You could like try to attune them while you walk or something. It just, you know, if you were trying to keep an eye out, it would, your focus would be elsewhere for perception stuff. But
You just keep doing finger wiggles and stuff.
it's like being on your phone while you're walking behind somebody. Like you can still kind of walk behind them, but
Yeah, I can put on gloves without touching the other hands. It's a skill to have.
all right. So where are you guys headed now while he attunes to those?
I want to buy toys.
I can take Passy to buy toys while everyone else finds a proper hotel so that Garfield doesn't die in the next 24 hours.
It's okay, I'm a doctor.
I have exhaustion 3.
If we keep adventuring, and by adventuring I mean walking down the street and doing fun things, you are going to die. That is my prediction.
I mean, like, I have backups, but they're not in D&D Beyond yet.
Well, you could just create them in Foundry directly too.
That's true.
Okay, so it's Chug and Passy going out shopping, and Squid and Garfield looking for a hotel, or the other way around?
We want to split the party.
Split the party. Split the party.
I feel like that's a higher chance for him to die.
You might move through a trip to the toy store.
I'll go to the toy store. Gnomes like toys. They're tinkerers. Chug is a gnome.
So is Garfield just going to the toy store as well, then?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to go with find the nearest place that they'll let me sleep.
I don't want you dying on my watch.
I mean, you are in a park right now.
Yeah, bench.
Mm-hmm.
The benches are all mimics.
You want to just take a nap on the like a hobo?
Is anyone going to wait behind with Garfield? Okay.
Taking a nap alone in Central Park? What could happen?
I kind of wanted to go to the toy store. Fun.
You can. You just might lose your rogue.
Welcome to T&D. Here's your shovels.
Fine, I'll sit with him.
Okay.
If you take one, get me one.
All right. So, Chug and Passy will head off to the first toy store they can spot. In the meantime, Garfield will finish attuning to those gloves, which, during the process, Garfield, they start to burn as you wear them and attune to them. Doesn't feel good. The skin on both your hands just starts to sear.
Poor Garfield.
I was wondering who would take these.
Hey, Anthony.
He's gone.
Is he?
He's been gone. This is like a half an hour into the attunement process.
I attempt to take them off.
They do not come off.
Thought so. Passy.
Gone.
Gone.
You're the only one here.
You are not taking damage.
Yeah,
it's just painful. Squid is with you.
I'm with him. Do you
Oh no.
need something?
Squid, I think these might be defective in a certain way. Do I know about cursed items?
Sure.
I think these might be cursed. It's non-trivially painful
As you get,
at the moment.
as you say that, they start to wriggle a little bit.
And perhaps alive.
I'm gonna back up
Oh.
a little bit.
If you have some way of destroying curses, I don't know.
Do you want me to cut your hands off?
No. Maybe.
Because I think we need Passy for that.
Yes, we would. More. How wriggly you talking?
During the attunement process, they're fairly wriggly. Would you let it continue until the process ends?
Well, if I can't take them off.
All right. They stop wriggling once you get closer to the end, and they stop burning too. And in fact, your hands feel perfectly normal afterwards.
So
And as
I
you
Good,
suppose
buddy?
they don't hurt anymore.
as you move your fingers about, They feel extra dexterous. And-
Are these gloves with missile snaring?
These are living gloves, an Eberron item.
Ah.
They give you expertise in sleight of hand, thieves' tools, one artisan's tool of your choice, and one musical instrument of your choice, as the gloves have knowledge of how to play them. And yes, you do choose them when you attune to them. So the gloves kind of assist your... Yes. I think I have the item I can add to your character sheet somewhere.
That almost sounds like it'd be better on someone who's garbage at everything,
Well,
because they would just gain a bunch of stuff.
you guys gave
Without
him the gloves.
crossover. That's fine.
Where did I
I'm the one who got multiple surgeries for no effect.
Now you have...
Listen, if that had reduced
And
fall
after an
damage,
hour of pain.
But yeah, here's the link to the thing, and I'll make sure that gets added to your character sheet later.
Oh, now I have to find the actual window this game is happening in. I have a lot of windows open. Yay.
So that's a no on the dismemberment.
No, they seem to not be hurting anymore.
But the gloves talking.
No, that would be this.
Squid.
And I
Squid, make an insight check.
pantomime with the...
It's not the gloves talking.
gloves.
Yeah.
Okay.
You pantomime. Perfect.
I'm still gonna side-eye him a little bit for a while to make sure.
As you pantomime with the gloves, Squid, looking at the gloves, for a brief second, you swear you saw an eye on the palm.
Oh god.
But then when he stops moving the hand around, it's not there.
Garfield, are you sure you can't take those off?
Well, they're not visible anymore, are they?
They are gloves.
They are still gloves.
Yes.
Okay. Now some of them like
They look
mold
like
your hand.
fairly rugged leather gloves. They go up halfway up your forearm or so. And now that they've been attuned, kind of the backs of your fingers looks like they have sinew running along the outsides of the knuckles. And like kind of joining at the wrist.
Just uncomfortably muscly.
Yes.
I think that probably that wouldn't work. They're not hurting me anymore. If that's any, they are a little bit strange. I will give you that. I will like reflex. What is that? Like hyperextend my fingers a little bit and just like let the veins and sinews really pop out.
Mm-hmm. It looks gross, but I mean, it's only when you like really force them into odd positions that they look super crazy. Otherwise, from a distance, they might be mistaken for just fancier gloves with patterns on them.
it's gonna be weird when you jack it.
Excuse me?
What?
I think you're gonna need a consent for that.
Oh god. So yeah, you can choose an artisan's tool and a musical instrument that the gloves know how to do. Then you get expertise in those. You could
You only
theoretically...
have to pick one.
you get... No, it's sleight of hand and thieves' tools come with it, and then you get one artisan's tool and one instrument. You get to choose both, and all four have expertise.
My favorite thing about this is that it gave me proficiencies I didn't already have.
And gave you expertise in them. Yeah.
Oh, it gave me expertise in them.
Yeah,
I missed that
all
part.
four are expertise.
Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Dang.
But it does take an attunement
Oh,
slot,
yes.
and you can't remove them.
Double your proficiency bonus. Okay, that's actually pretty dope.
I don't have the book for this, so I've just been looking at it on
Oh.
thing. Says while attuned to these gloves, you gain one of the following proficiencies.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, why would you do that?
This could just be a
I
super
misread.
amazing version of them.
So you can
It's a
choose.
super powerful version.
You can choose one of those four. That is correct.
Oh,
Either. Then you just choose whatever you choose gets expertise. Yes.
I see. Yeah, okay. I'll probably make it like thieves' tools, but I might actually already have expertise in that. It does say double my proficiency bonus, though. It doesn't literally say expertise. Can I have quadruple?
No.
It would be 3, wouldn't it? Not quadruple.
No, it's doubled twice, not added.
It says
more than
instead
one.
of your normal proficiency bonus. So with expertise, you would not be adding your normal proficiency bonus. So only one would apply.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't say
No, I-
when you use proficiency, you add an extra proficiency. It says replace proficiency with double proficiency.
My headache at present is too bad to argue about this, but I would. Yeah, I have.
Ah, man,
expertise
he's right.
already.
All right, well,
Yeah, sleight of hand. I'll have sleight of hand.
There you go.
expertise.
you have very sticky fingers gloves now. Great.
Yay!
I'm going to end it a little bit early there, and we'll pick up next time with Choke and
toys.
Patchy buying toys.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay. Thank you very much for running.
Sure thing. It's fun.
Thank you for running.
I'm
We
glad.
didn't get anything done.
Yeah, I'm glad that we spent
Got
an
everything.
entire session on you guys performing medical atrocities to not just an NPC, but a party member, and then attuning to a cursed item.
This is my single most favorite kind of session as either a player or a GM.
It
This
is
your
fun.
first Passy, isn't it?
What?
I said this is Jordan's first experience with Passy, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, that's how it goes.
Yep.
She's lawful good, but dumb enough to be doing horrible things.
Yeah, lawful good without a brain isn't an alignment.
The actual application of lawful stupid.
Yeah.
She
Perfect.
wanted to help him jump off boats better. Look how that turned out.
This makes perfect
I
sense.
wonder if a character's intelligence correlates with how extremely their alignment is expressed.
That's an interesting thought.
Because you think about like the lawful evil characters who are really really smart are like Moriarty.
Hmm.
She also has 18 wisdom.
Damn.
Hmm.